Inspirational Creatives, episode 206. Welcome to Inspirational Creatives. I'm your host, Rob Lawrence. Join me every Friday as I chat with successful artists, producers, and creative entrepreneurs who share powerful stories and strategies. They can help you to create the life that you want. Listen each week as these inspirational creatives show you how to take your creativity to the next level. You'll learn how to create a sustainable business that inspires others and gives you the financial freedom and lifestyle that you want. Thanks for listening. Make sure you sign up at inspirationalcreatives.com to get free exclusive bonus material. And now, on with the show. Rob here, and a very warm welcome to 30 days of daily inspiration on the Inspirational Creatives podcast. Each day for the next 30 days, I'll be sharing with you an idea, a piece of inspiration, or an action or a piece of wisdom that I feel will help you to expand into more abundance, joy, and creativity in your life. Today is Thursday and it's day 6 of 30 days of inspiration, and today we're going to talk briefly about money and spending money mindfully. How do you feel about money? Money is a very emotive subject for many, and often our success to do with finances and money is down to how we feel about money. In episode 204 on day 4, a couple of days ago, we talked about giving and receiving freely, and this is closely related to today's conversation about money. In episode 205, yesterday, day 5, we talked about limiting beliefs, and today is very much about beliefs and how we feel about ourselves. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to receive money, and I also like to spend it. Not haphazardly, but wisely. How you feel about money, particularly when you spend it, can say a lot about how much financial abundance you are experiencing in your life right now. For example, when you buy something, do you sometimes feel guilty or ashamed or uncomfortable? Many people that I've worked with in the past do. Perhaps not all the time, but maybe some of the time, and with certain purchases or services, perhaps the ones that stretch them financially a little. You may find some uncomfortable feelings arise when you spend money, and this can tell you a lot about how you feel about giving and receiving, which is something we explored a couple of days ago. Today I invite you to ask yourself, how do you feel about money? Do you feel you have enough money? Well, in episode 155 of Inspirational Creatives, I spoke with expert Joan Sotkin about financial freedom, and she offered some insights about who we are and how we feel about money and how those things are closely related to each other. Here's some of what she had to say.
Let's say you're looking at your bank balance. Now, when people look at their bank balance, they rarely go, oh, whoopee. And if they do go whoopee, it's because they just got paid and it's not going to last a long time. What are you feeling? Are you saying to yourself, someone my age should be making more money? Oh, I know other artists who make a whole lot more money than I do. Are you ashamed of your finances? Because if you're ashamed of your finances, you're ashamed of yourself. And that shame didn't start when you were an adult. It started when you were very, very young, because you came from a family where there was some kind of abuse or neglect, where a parent was an alcoholic or a drug addict, or you were neglected. Those are the things that shape our emotions, and they're what we bring to our money. So when you get a bill in the mail, or by email, or however you're getting your bills these days, and you get a gripping feeling around your heart because you're afraid you can't pay it, or it just is gripping feeling, to understand that what you're feeling has nothing to do with money. It's a feeling you're bringing to your money that is your habit and needs to be expressed.
What do you feel when you spend money? According to Joan, what you feel when you spend money has nothing to do with money. Joan asks, do you feel ashamed about your finances? And if so, it's nothing to do with money. In episode 155, Joan and I discussed her approach of recognize, release, and replace. And here's what she had to say.
Now, most people don't have a very good feeling vocabulary. Okay, so you go inside, you're looking at your bank balance and you're feeling uncomfortable. What are you feeling? Are you feeling contracted? That's all you have to recognize, that you feel contracted. Okay, so that's recognize. Release can be as simple as making the sound of the feeling, where you just get, you're noticing the contraction and you make a sound of the feeling. That's expressing the emotion. And then saying to yourself, what would I rather be feeling? Okay, I'm looking at my money. I'd rather be feeling enough. I'd rather feel that I have enough. Now, at that moment, you probably do have enough, because at that very moment, you have you don't need to pay anything at that very moment. You're just sitting there with the numbers, right? So do I know what it feels like to feel enough? To feel that I'm enough and that I have enough. What does enough mean? Most people have no idea what enough is. I know I got this little terrier dog who will never think she has enough food. No matter how much food she gets, it's not enough. She's always looking for more food. That's all her life is about, is looking for food. And a lot of people, that's what their life is about, is looking for more money. Well, do you have enough today? Do you have enough to eat? Do you have a roof over your head? That's all you need today. And to be able to look at that and say, well, I have enough. And to see what that feels like without saying, I have enough, but I'd really like more. Very few people are satisfied with what they have. And if you don't learn to be satisfied, you will never be satisfied, no matter how much you have.
What does it feel like to you to have enough? What does enough feel like to you? What does plenty feel like to you? Today, I invite you to spend money mindfully. When you spend money today or any other day, pay attention to what feelings come up for you. What feelings arise when you part with cash? Remember, these feelings are nothing to do with money, but they can help us understand more about our inner emotions and what we believe. What do you feel is enough? What do you feel is plenty? What does it feel like to feel satisfied? Are you satisfied with who you are? Can you feel gratitude and feel grateful when spending money? What about when you bring your mind to thinking about where the money goes and what the benefits of you spending some money are? I like to consider not only what value I'm getting when I spend money, but also where that money goes, the people it employs, the benefits spending that money can bring to the wider world. The next time you're spending money, paying a bill or buying a service, ask yourself mindfully, how do you feel about money? And remember, how you feel about money is nothing to do with money. Hear more of what Joan had to say in episode 155 on inspirationalcreatives.com. Drop me an email at rob@inspirationalcreatives.com. I'd love to know how these ideas resonate with you today. And join me again tomorrow for another day of daily inspiration. I look forward to catching up with you again then. Thanks for listening. Nothing beats the stories and advice of an expert to help you raise your creative game. I would love to know what you thought about today's episode, so don't forget to subscribe in iTunes, where you can rate and review the show. If you like this episode, I invite you to share it on Facebook or Twitter with the one person you know who will benefit from the wisdom shared here today. You can find the show notes on inspirationalcreatives.com/podcast. If you have a burning question or a great idea for a guest, head on over to inspirationalcreatives.com/contact, where you can connect with me there.